Hey, you're watching Scene. It's your girl, Rufaro. And today I'm hanging out with musicians, Charlie and Margaux.
I am a violist.
And I'm a violinist, and we also compose and arrange together our interpretations of popular music online.
How long have you been working together?
Since August. So
Has it been since August?
Yes, it has been since August.
Since August of 2010.
Mm-hmm.
How did you two meet?
Okay.
That's a funny, hold on. That's a funny story. Y'all ready?
A funny story. So I was doing a summer internship in the Copley area, downtown in Boston. And Charlie, you know, this is before I knew her, she's on the corner, she was playing some classical piece, and I saw her and I stopped her. I was like, look, girl, we need to work together. Like, she was playing so well. I had never seen a girl that stunning play like that.
No, you gassing. I was just outside playing. I opened my eyes and she was just there, and I was like, hey, you're right there. And she was like, oh my God, yo, we should get together and we should play. It was really funny because when she went back to work, she texted me as if I was her mom because she thought she was like, I met the most cool person.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I sent it to her, and I was like, oh, all right, now she's gonna think I'm crazy, but it's all right. I'm gonna keep moving.
It was cool though, because I thought she was just as cool. The next day we went out and we just winged it, and we dressed up and we played, and people just like pulled out all their cameras and tried to take a lot of pictures of us. Like, where are you guys from? And we were just getting to know each other. So
from there we saw the potential. So we're like, why don't we just keep playing together?
Do you remember the first song that you both played?
Ooh. We literally made up.
We made up a riff.
We made up a riff. We made up several riffs that day that we still use.
It was our own song. That was the first song we played together.
So you both get popular songs that you can hear off the radio and kind of make it into your own. Whose idea was that? Who started?
It was kind of together.
It was a consensus. It was definitely, hey, we should just probably do this.
Biggest musical inspirations?
I've actually been listening to Esperanza Spalding since October, right when she put out Chamber Music Society. What inspired me about her was that she literally just does her on the album. It's almost as if she's like unlocking her mind and recording it, and that just inspired me to just not worry about what other people thought of me, and to not doubt anything I came up with.
For me, I'm going to be kind of nerdy and keep it classical. I'm as a violist, you know, we don't get a lot of cool parts in music. So whenever I play something cool, it's always a modern classical composer. So I really like Debussy. I really like the interesting harmonies and like all the different rhythms. And you can hear that in my playing. Like, I'm always doing some kind of funky little rhythm or a funky melody. Something syncopated, and that comes from just studying modern, like 20th century classical music.
Just one song that's on heavy rotation on your iPod.
One song? Not even one.
I'm making it real difficult for you ladies here.
Oh my goodness. I like Crystal Castles. So I like that weird, like, little techno, electro kind of playing around with, again, the rhythms and just sounds, like different ways that you can manipulate sounds to create really something interesting. So I would say that.
Out My Mind, Just in Time. Erykah Badu, like that. That's
Erykah
my
Badu.
thing. Like, yes, that's always on rotation. So yeah.
What drew you to the specific instruments that you're playing?
I started off on violin, and I switched to the viola in high school because I like the darker, like deeper sound, and like I feel like the range of viola is closer to the human voice, and it's more like I feel like I can express myself more on that instrument. So that's why I kind of got on the viola.
I saw the orchestra teacher in 4th grade play the Pink Panther and said, I'm going to do that.
Describe the process of like hearing a song and then deciding like who gets to play what part.
We both learn by ear. We also both write things down. And it's kind of like an alternate. It's look. I'm gonna. You know what? You can even keep that mistake because we're human, you know, and people forget that. Literally, sometimes we just take time to. I'm not crying. Really not.
She's just getting emotional here, people.
I'm not. I'm really not.
She's been wanting to be interviewed by me for a long time.
You just don't know. We literally listen to the music and we go, nah, that sounds whack, or okay, that sounds cool, and then we break it apart. Like we're just so used to hearing songs in sections because we're both brought up in the orchestra and like playing parts for the symphony, being part of a whole. So it's easy for us to determine, hey, you play this section, you play that phrase, you play this, and we really guide each other a lot. Like she helps me hear the bass line, I help her hear the top melodies, and we collaborate and use our training to accomplish a mix of our styles and the style of the singer to just give our own perception of the popular music. And a lot of people appreciate it, not because we're playing popular music for everybody to catch on to it, but just because we can make it so artful.
I play a lower instrument, so it's easier for me to play bass line. So it's like right when we hear a song, I'm like, okay, there's the bass line, I hear it, I'm used to playing that, and we can just start from there and start to build like the rest of the piece.
Many times I'll challenge Marge, I call her Marge, I'll challenge Marge to play something light and up higher in the register, and I'll try to challenge myself to play lower, and we'll try to switch roles, like standard roles for violin and viola, and we definitely take initiative to complement each other and like push a little bit in our arrangements. So that's what makes them kind of, special, I guess, to us.
Where do you see each other 10 years from now? I'm getting deep. Yeah, 10, not 5, but 10.
Carry the one. What people don't understand is when you spend a lot of time on your craft, you just there's so much that comes out of it. My thoughts are going so fast. Sometimes I think faster than I talk, but you just get so much more out of it than like finances. In 10 years, I would hope that we're so rounded out that we make a difference not only in our immediate music world, but on others around us in just different fields and different types of, I guess to different types of people.
How would you describe both of your styles?
This is called We Love the Thrift Store. Oh, and improv, a lot of improv. I went to the thrift store. I found this purse that just had a resembling Chanel chain and brought it to Margaux. I said, Margaux, make this a necklace. And I mean, I'm irresponsible and I break my headband, so I take the bows off and I just pin them into my head.
I mean, we're in our 20s. You can get away with a lot. So I tried different things, like just fun. You can say experimental, fun, playing with color palettes.
Good in the morning when we walk out the door.
Yeah, and what makes people not look at us like we're crazy. So I don't want to say too experimental.
And I'm a tattoo junkie. I did see a little tattoo situations going on over here. How many each do you have, if you don't mind talking about that?
I have one right now. I do plan to get some more, so they will be debuted when they're actually on my body to display. But right now I have one on my shoulder, and it's a family motto. It means not for ourselves, but for others. It's kind of a thing between my brothers and I, so it's special to me, and I think it's cute too. So this one though.
Hey. I have 14. 14?
Yes.
All hidden really, really well.
I have like a measure of music tattooed around my wrist. I have a flower like. Oh, I can show the I have love across my not my middle finger, but my ring finger. I have like a small tattoo here. It's like a jazz, like fundamental, like a triple 16th note. And
Oigo colores.
I have the large thing that says Oigo colores across my back. I hear colors because like I do.
So now as musicians, when you're listening or studying music, when you're dissecting all that makes up that song, does that take away or does that kind of like enhance?
For me, I can't remember a time when I haven't been able to kind of dissect music and hear all the different parts in it. So it's just something that's kind of like a part of the way that I understand music. I don't think it takes away from my experience. I think it adds to it, because when I hear a song, I'm like, oh, I hear this part, that part. I can feel what the person was trying to do here. Like it becomes like a full experience, I guess, because you can really appreciate everything that the person has put into that song, and every little part and every little nuance is just clear. So I don't think it would take away. I think it adds to my experience, and I appreciate it. I feel like when I go to a museum, I haven't studied art, really. So when I look at a painting, I'm just like, okay, there's the painting. Like, I'm trying to understand it, but I just see it as a painting. So I'm like, oh, one day I really want to study it so I can see it the way that a painter sees it, or I can see all the detail that they see, or all the, the work that they had to put into it. And I think that would be a great experience and would never take away.
I was brought up at first on classical violin through the Suzuki method, where you have to listen to the recording and then play what you hear. If anything, trying to like exactly convey what that artist is doing to me like over and over and over is a little boring. So we do pull it apart to see where they came from, but not to recreate that in that exact moment, or not to outdo or, you know, do it, be the best interpretation. It's more of, we just add our flavor on it. It's that simple. We just literally look at music as can we play that? Yeah. How can we play that and put ourselves in it? Yeah. Okay, let's play it. Like, it's that simple. So we truly enjoy it because it's not, I don't know, it's just not that much guesswork. But it's not so technical. It's really in our hearts to play and just to make the most fun out of music when we do, you know, arrange it with each other. So that's what we do.